Supply chain. The National Homebuilders Association's June survey marks the 6th straight month that builder confidence has increased and is the first time that sentiment levels have surpassed the midpoint of 50 out of 100 since July of 2022. The score in June was 55, which is up 5 points from May. So this is great news. Anytime that home builders are feeling confident, that's a good sign for some of the inventory challenges that we're facing. Doesn't mean it eliminates them or solves all the problems, but certainly if their confidence is up, it stands to reason that they will be making moves to be building more homes. There's about $1.5 trillion in commercial mortgage debt that is going to be due by the end of 2025. Here's the problem. Borrowing costs have gotten much steeper, as we know. Credit conditions have tightened. And then you have a decline in property values in some sectors of the commercial real estate market. A lot of that's brought on by remote work. And so there's a lot of concern that there's an increased risk of default. Matter of fact, Fitch Ratings estimates that 35% of pooled securities commercial mortgages coming due between April and December of 2023, just this year, will not be able to be refinanced. We know what that means. If they continue to raise the cost of money, there's a decent chance that mortgage rates follow. So I would not expect a dramatic decrease in mortgage rates anytime soon. That doesn't mean that they can't come in slightly. They just did based on that report week over week, but that's very slight. Until they can get a handle on that inflation, I don't think we're likely to see any dramatic increase in rates. And what that means for those listening to this podcast as real estate professionals is if your buyers are sitting on the sideline, it might be for naught, right? There's a lot of historical data that shows where interest rates are now versus historical rates rather than just what they were a year, 2, 3 years ago that can help buyers make good decisions for the long term. So I encourage you to go seek out those graphs, seek out that information that puts what we're experiencing now in rates into perspective for those that would seek to own a home, build their wealth over time. I think it's still a really great time to buy for them. I think you believe that as well. And sometimes supplying that information and that perspective is helpful to help people make a good decision for themselves.